Welcome to this video that will give you a quick overview of Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's go ahead and get started. The objectives for this video are to help you familiarize yourself with the basic functions and the main tabs and their ribbons of PowerPoint. At the end of this training, you will be able to create a basic slideshow, save it and print it, format the text on your slides, insert pictures into your slides, change your slide background, layout, and presenting, and apply PowerPoint to sentence frames. Here are three of the different Common Core standards that if you and your students are using PowerPoint, you should be able to say you are achieving those Common Cores. Let's go and get started by taking a look at the Home tab here in PowerPoint. I'm going to jump out of this presentation and show you an actual PowerPoint Home tab here. You can see that here's my PowerPoint that we've been looking at so far. And here's my ribbon for the Home tab. You'll notice that this section here called the ribbon will change depending on what tab you're clicking on. For the Home tab, we have quite a few important options here. One of the most important ones is here's the New Slide button. This is how you're going to add additional slides to your PowerPoint. So depending on how long you want your PowerPoint to be, this is where you'll do most of that. Right over here, this is our font group. This is where we can make changes to our font. You can see if I come down here and I click on this font, this now becomes active. I can change the font, the size, the bolding, all the basic stuff that you can do in just about every Microsoft Office program. Over here in the paragraph grouping of the Home tab, we have options to align our text. We have options to add interesting bullet points to our text like we've done here. You have three different examples of the different bullets you could do. You can actually do quite a few more, whether you want numbers or bullets. There's your options there. And last thing we have over here on the Home tab is the Drawing group, where we can add in custom shapes, change the color and fill of the outline and the inside as well. So that right there is the Home tab. Let's take a look at the Insert tab. We've got three groups that we're going to talk about here: the Images group, the Illustrations group, and the Media group. So I'm going to hop out of this again and let's take a look at them. Okay, so here we are in the Images group. This is where if you wanted to add a picture to your PowerPoint, this is where you would do it. You would just click right here on this Insert Picture button. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And this will give me a chance to browse to wherever I have my photos saved. I'm just going to pick one of these default sample ones in Windows. And let's add this to my PowerPoint. I've added it in, and you can see it took over my whole screen. I don't like that. I want to make it a little bit smaller. Let's go ahead and just click and drag from the corner to make it smaller. I prefer to drag from the corner because that keeps the aspect of the photo the same. If you click and drag from the sides, that allows you to scrunch up the photo and make it look a little bit out of its proper shape. So by dragging from the corner, we can keep that aspect locked. We can move this around, put it wherever we want, and if we decide we just don't like it, of course we can select it and press delete. We can also add in the Insert tab, we can add photo albums. We could take a screenshot of something and add that into our presentation as well. This over here will allow you to add different shapes. We kind of already looked at this. SmartArt, and then if you are feeling extremely bold, you can also add a chart into your PowerPoint using some of these different, quite a few different options here. And let's jump over here to this one right here. If you wanted to add some video or some audio to your PowerPoint, you would do that right here. Same way we added a picture, just click on it, browse to wherever you have some video, and go ahead and add it right into your PowerPoint. Pretty cool. If you need to add some text or some other different things here in the text grouping, this is where you find that. So here you would add text, you could edit headers and footers, word art, and so on and so forth. All right, let's keep moving on. Here's the Design tab. This tab is a lot of fun. It's where you can change the overall look of your PowerPoint. Let me give you a quick example of that. I can go up here to the Design tab on this PowerPoint, and just with the click of a button, I can change the look of how my PowerPoint looks. It's added this neat little graphic here at the bottom, changed the way my fonts appear, and the overall layout of all my slides as well. If I don't like that one, I can just click on this one, and I can just kind of click through till I find one that I like. And there's even more hiding. If I click on this little arrow right here, I can move down find some different ones. So this is the Design tab. This is where you can change the overall feel and look of your PowerPoint so that they don't look quite as boring as just a standard default PowerPoint. Okay, let's take a quick look at notes. Notes are a handy way for you to keep track of what you have going on as the presenter. Let's go back into PowerPoint here and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Right here at the bottom of this page right here, I have a spot here where I can type in some notes that I might want as a presenter that might help me. For example, I could type in, "You should be at the 5-minute mark right now." I could also type in something like, "Don't forget to show them how to print their notes." So you can add different notes for each slide. Let's see if I switch to this slide. There's no notes here. But if I come back here, here's my notes again. Let me show you how to print off your PowerPoint so that you can see your notes. That's here under File, Print, and you'll just come down here to this little button right here, click on that, come up here to the top and choose Notes Pages. And what it'll do is it'll print out a copy of your pages, and then it'll put your notes for you at the bottom. So that would be handy for you to have on hand as you're doing your presentation, and you can kind of just go through your pages as you're presenting. You can check the notes and just see some of the little reminders that you've left yourself so that you can make sure you do a very effective presentation. Let's go back to our PowerPoint. We have a couple different options. If we come up here to Slideshow, we can either choose to view our PowerPoint from the beginning, or we can view it from the current slide. So from right here, if I click this button, it's going to pull up my PowerPoint full screen like this from the very beginning. But if I come back down here to the slide I was on, and I press this button, it's going to pull it up from the slide that I'm currently on. You can also do this by just pressing F5 to view from the beginning, or Shift F5 to view from the current slide. Those are some nice keyboard shortcuts for that. And let's go ahead and take a look at your printing options using PowerPoint. Of course, you'll just go to File and choose Print. And step number 3 would be to choose, obviously, your printer and what you want printed. If you want to print all the slides, or only a certain number of slides, or only the current slide, or put in a specific range. Step number 4 would be, like I showed you earlier, to choose what you want. Do you want the full page slides? Do you want notes? Do you want 1 slide per page, 2 slides, 3 slides, 6 slides? You have lots and lots of options here. Step number 5 would be to just take a look at your preview, make sure it looks, this is what you wanted right here, this is how it looks. And of course, step number 6 is going to be to just hit print, and you are good to go. Okay, so sentence frames can be written on separate PowerPoint slides. You can see I'm just reading from the notes here. They can be created by students and shared with the class. Here are 2 simple sentence frames. The slide could contain only 1 sentence frame, or 2 could be used to move more complex sentence frames. So let's take a look at how this is set up. I'm going to go ahead and press Shift F5. And you can see it's designed not to show the sentence, everything that's on the page as well from the beginning. The square root of blank is blank. Since the square root of blank is blank, then blank squared must be, and so on. You can see how this progresses through the sentence frames. Okay, so here's some resources if you'd like to dig in more to Microsoft PowerPoint. If you'd like to know more about the animations that we used on that last slide to get things to appear slowly as we moved through the page, you can find all of that at some of these different links. You can always just go to YouTube and search for your specific PowerPoint skill that you desire. And you can always find more videos in the S drive in a folder called eTag, Short Shot Trainings folder. Microsoft PowerPoint 1 is where you found this PowerPoint. Thanks a lot.